All right, so today we are in section 12.2, angles of triangles. Angles of triangles. Everybody ready? Okay. All right, so the angles inside a polygon are called interior angles. Doesn't that make sense? Because they're inside, they're interior angles. So what do you think the angles outside of a polygon are called? Exterior angles. All right. The sum of the interior measures of a triangle. What is it? When you add all the angles of a triangle together, what do you get? You learned it at some point in your
180?
past. Yes, it is 180. It's right there on your notes as well. Okay, so it says the sum of the interior angle measures of a triangle, x plus y plus z equals 180. So if I add all three angles together, I get 180 degrees. All right? So that's the basis for all of our examples today. We have to remember that the angles will add up to 180. All right? Just get the main stuff. Okay, so using interior angle measures. So using what I know to be true of the sum of all the angles of a triangle, I'm going to make an equation. I know that they're all going to add up to 180. Should probably get off highlighter mode. 180, okay? So that's going to be my total every time for a triangle. Then on the other side, I can add the other angles. 32 plus x plus 48. And now I can solve an equation. All right, so what's 32 plus 48? 32 plus 48? 80. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry that 1. 80 plus x equals 180. So there's only one value that x can be in order for my total to be 180. All right? You could continue to solve the equation, or you might have been able to just do it mental math. X equals what? 100. So what are we saying? We're saying that if my sum has to be 180, that the unknown angle measure has to be 100 in order to make that statement true. Okay? All right, what do you guys notice that's different about B? What do you guys notice?
There's two variables.
Okay, there's two variables. There's also an expression that's part of that angle measure. Okay? So we'll talk about that in a second. What does that red box mean?
It's add them to
90, okay? So we have x plus 28. The only reason it's in parentheses is to tell you this is one angle measure, okay? So the parentheses aren't going to matter when it comes to combining like terms. Plus x plus what? Plus, what did that red box mean? 90. Equals 180. Okay? So now I need to look to combine like terms. And again, the parentheses don't keep me from combining my like terms. What's x plus x?
2x.
2x. And then what's 28 plus 90? 118. Equals 180. So now you have a two-step equation. All right, where's my heart go?
2x.
Around the 2x. How do I get 118 to cancel to the other side? Minus it. Okay, 2x equals 62. And now how do I solve for x? Divide 2 on both sides. Okay, now this one is going to require an extra step at the end. So on the first one, x equals 100, so I know, we actually were supposed to list them. I know that my angle measures are 32, 48, and 100, okay? So that was my answer for A. On your quiz and test, it's going to ask you to list the angle measurements. This one's a little trickier. I know one of my angle measures is 90, okay, because that's what that box means. If x is 31 and I plug it in here, it's just going to be 31, right? But on the last one, what do you think I'm going to have to do to find that angle measure? Not subtract it. When I plug in 31 for x here, I have to do that operation. So what's 31 plus 28? 59. Now look what's going to happen. You can use your calculators for this if you want. What do you think is going to happen when you add all three of these numbers together? It's going to equal 180. All right, so even though I had to do this 31 plus 28 part, I did that to get 59, which is what the measure of that angle is. What'd you get when you added them all together?
180.
180. It's always going to work out that way. So that's an easy way you can check. Okay? All right, so I want you guys to do these two. Okay, so do them on your own. And then we'll give you about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and practice. We're going to do a little bit more practice today since it's Friday, and I don't want to give you homework. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of classwork today together. All right, so x plus 106 equals 180. Then when you subtract 106, what do you get? X equals 74 degrees. All right, now this next one, x plus x minus 35 plus 43 equals 180. So what's negative 35 plus 43?
8.
So 2x plus 8 equals 180. Subtract 8. 2x equals 172. Divide by 2. X equals 86 degrees. But that's not my final answer. I got to go back now and plug it in. Okay? So my three angle measures are 43, 86. But then how do I find this last one? What do I need to do?
86 minus 35.
Yes. 86 minus 35 is?
51.
I was about to say, isn't that 51 degrees? What do you think is going to happen when I add all three of those together?
180.
Adds to 180. It works out beautifully. Finding now an exterior angle measure. There's a really nice shortcut. Don't y'all love shortcuts?
Yes.
Okay. So here's how it looks like algebraically. Z equals x plus y. You say, what? Okay, look at where z is. Do y'all see where z is? It's on the outside. Z equals x plus y. You can add the two angles, they call them non-adjacent, meaning they're not touching, they're not neighbors, okay? Add the two interior angles that are not touching the exterior angle. They're the same. They're the same. All right, so that means that they equal. All right, so how would we set that up in an equation? Okay, so we're saying that our exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two interior angles. All right, this is how it looks like in an equation. All right, so x equals 36 plus 72.
Equals 180.
No, it doesn't equal 180. This is exterior only. Exterior says that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two interior angles not touching it. What's 36 plus 72?
108.
So my exterior angle is 108. That's it. That's all I do.
That's nice.
Okay? Now, let's look at how it looks on B. Remember, my exterior angle equals the sum of my two interior angles. So let's set up an equation. 2a equals 80 plus A minus 5. Okay? Now, is there anything I can combine over here first?
Negative 5 and 80.
Yeah, so what's 80 minus 5?
75.
All right, 75. So now I have 2A equals, we'll just say A plus 75. We just switched them around. But now I have variables on both sides of my equation. So I kind of threw that in as your bonus question on Wednesday. Variables on both sides. Some of you guys got it. All right. What do I do? Which one do I move?
The lesser one.
The lesser one. So remember, there's an understood 1 in front of the A. So when I minus 1A from both sides, what's 2A minus 1A? Just A. So A equals 75 degrees. But that's not my answer.
Still have to list.
Nope. I'm finding an exterior angle. Remember what I'm doing here. Look back at the exterior angle. Is my exterior angle A?
No,
It's 2A. So what would I do with this A value?
multiply by 2.
Multiply it by 2. Okay? So I will say my exterior angle equals 150 degrees. Okay?
Like, did you say we have to list it? Like how we did?
No, you don't have to list it because you're not finding the interior angles.
I know, but so we just put exterior angle.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Any questions there? All right. So here's our modeling real life. You know flight routes, right? They got to be good at geometry because they have to take angles and stay on their flight path. All right. So it says an airplane leaves Miami and travels around the Bermuda Triangle. So it goes from Miami to San Juan, from San Juan up to Bermuda, and Bermuda back to Miami. So look at there. There's the Bermuda Triangle. Okay, we could get on a whole rabbit's trail about the Bermuda Triangle. There's like really interesting documentaries about the Bermuda Triangle, but we're not going to go there. We're going to focus. What is the measure of the interior angle at Miami? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of glad they asked for Miami instead of San Juan. Look at San Juan. 2x minus 44.8. Okay? But I still need an equation. What's going to be my total? Since it's a triangle, what will be the sum of all three of these angle measures? 180. So now I need to add up. Miami is X. What is the angle measure at Bermuda?
62.8.
62.8. Plus, then I have the 2x minus 44.8. Okay? So I have all three angles here. Do you think there's something that you can combine here?
2x and x.
Yep. So what's x plus 2x?
3x.
3x. All right. And what's 62.8 minus 44.8?
18.
18. Ooh, this is going to work out nicely. I started with those ugly decimals, but now it's looking a lot better. What do I do now?
Subtract 180. Subtract 18.
So I want to minus that 18. 3x equals 162. Now what do I do?
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. X equals
54.
54 degrees. All right, so here's the good news. The good news is the turn at Miami is just an X. So I'm going to say a 54 degree turn at Miami. San Juan is a different story because I need to take 54, multiply it by 2, then subtract. But I don't have to do that because it didn't ask for San Juan. It only asked for Miami. All right, any questions? You guys have any questions for me? Anything? Okay. All right, that's it for our lesson for today.